Yes guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all well, hope you're all smashing, loving life, or hope you're all tickety-boo. So this video is part 3 of 3, so I will put a link to the other 2 of my fat loss videos in this series. And then this one, the final one, is all about activity and exercise. This video specifically, it's not really aimed at if you are already doing, quite a lot of exercise. You're probably not going to need this video, and especially if you're doing quite a lot of exercise and you track your exercise on an Apple Watch or on a Fitbit. This is really going to be like super basic, so you probably don't need to watch this video. Fair warning in advance. This is really aimed at if you are super new, so you've never really done, you want to really lose weight. You're not happy with your body composition at the moment and you really want to lose weight, but you're completely unfamiliar with how to do it and the process, and you really want to start super gradually. So that is what these videos are about. This is what this third video is about, the activity tracking side. So I'm just going to go through that, give you my thoughts on it, my opinion, and what's the healthiest, balanced, safest way of getting started. Okay, cheers guys. Enjoy the video. Okay, welcome back guys. So just to steam right in. Now, the most important thing to really establish, I kind of addressed it in the intro, but it's what are your objectives, right? So are your objectives in terms of activity and exercise, do you genuinely really want to get fit and really increase your fitness, or do you literally just want to lose weight? Now, the reason differentiating from those two things is very important is because if you just want to lose weight and you're not that bothered about exercise, maybe you haven't done much exercise in your life, you're not that familiar with it. If you don't do it gradually, so you need to do gradually, a little bit of exercise and then you feel the benefits, a little bit more exercise, you feel the benefits, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. If you just steam in and you're doing these hardcore HIIT exercises, hardcore weight training, you're absolutely beasting yourself, you might feel good after, you will feel good after, you'll feel great after, but the problem is if you are pushing your body kind of beyond, if you're running before you can walk basically, and you're pushing your body beyond really what it's comfortable with, and you're not building up incrementally and slowly and building a habit and slowly learning to love exercise, really fall in love with it and have it intertwined and fused into your life, you are not going to keep doing it. You will 100% give up. No one has got the willpower to just keep doing that. So with exercise, the important thing, guys, and what this video is aimed at, is absolute newbie beginners. Do not feel pressure, right, from anyone. Do not feel pressure from your PT, from your friends, from family, from anyone. Do not watch YouTube videos or listen to anyone else that says you need to start absolutely smashing it in the gym and destroying yourself and push through pain barriers and blah blah all that crap. No, all right, you don't need to do that. All you need to do is create a calorie deficit every day, and that can be done literally by walking. Okay, you can walk an hour every day, eat less calories, track them, and you will lose weight. Okay, that's all you need to do. So if your objective is solely you do not want to get fitter, you do not care about being able to run a mile in 9 minutes, then 8 minutes, then 6 minutes and be super fit, and then eventually increase your distance and run a half marathon. You don't want to eventually be able to do a triathlon. You don't want to be super strong and get in the gym and be able to smash weights and have this super toned, firmed, rock hard body. All you want to do is, maybe you're a super busy person and you're already stressed out, you've got kids, you've got a stressful job, you travel a lot, whatever. All you want to do, the only thing you care about initially, at least, maybe you get hardcore into exercise and you have some fitness and exercise goals later on in 6 months when you've lost a shit ton of weight. But right now, the only thing you care about is losing weight. Right, that is a different thing. And all you need to do, in my opinion, nothing else but walk. If you've got another gentle, chilled, relaxed form of exercise, maybe you like a nice gentle cycle, maybe you like going for a nice little chilled swim, maybe maybe you like going to the gym and going on like the chilled like elliptical machine for half an hour or an hour, or you know, whatever you do at the gym, like stationary bike, whatever pills you've been on. Walk on an incline, you know, on the treadmill, whatever you want to do, right? Doesn't matter. But this is where the calorie trackers come in. So all of that said, none of that matters. You know, if your goal is only fat loss, none of that matters if you're not tracking the calories, okay? If you don't know whether you're, you know, in a calorie deficit through exercise, whether it's 200 calories, 300 calories, 400 calories, 500 calories, if you don't have some kind of, I'm gonna say the most accurate rate, right? The best, you could get the best Apple Watch, you could spend 600 quid on an Apple Watch is still 20% out, right? So you've got to then take into account the fact that, you know, anything you read online, so borderline like anecdote, I mean, it might be based on studies, but it's not based specifically for you and your physiology. So that is gonna be quite wildly inaccurate if you're just kind of basing it on something you've read and you do a few calculations based on your height or something in your weight, and then how long you walk for. The calories that pop up on the treadmill or whatever equipment at the gym, they're going to be wildly out even if you put your height and weight in. The calorie the reason I recommend you get the best calorie tracker you can afford, like either a Fitbit initially to get into it. There's some Garmin ones that are quite cheap, and I'm not affiliated with anything, so this is all just impartial advice. But you know, and then like an Apple Watch, but all they do is, if you take one of them off, you will see that there are some green lights, right? The green lights basically, they fire light through your wrist, and what they do is they measure the color change from blood being pushed around your body. What that basically means is they're just taking your heart rate, right? So what all of them do, as far as I'm aware, is they will have the beats per minute. They'll have a BPM of your heart rate, and then they know when you link them with an app on your phone, they will ask you for your height and your current weight, and then they'll calculate that. There'll be an algorithm. They'll calculate that by your beats per minute, and it gets more accurate because it gets used to what your beats, how fit you are, basically your beats per minute, based on the exercise you are telling it you're doing. And that's why I strongly recommend them, and that's why I think they're kind of this essential key tool in your toolbox to losing weight and more importantly keeping the weight off, because you can, if you've got the calorie tracking, the activity tracking, and you get used to weighing yourself regularly, and you've got 3 sets of data. You can then use all these 3 sets of data. Well, the weighing will inform the other 2, yeah? So you keep weighing yourself and getting your body fat measured, knowing what your body fat is. If this goes up or down, you then tweak these 2 however you want. So I will show you literally how to do it with the Apple Watch. And I'm not saying you should get an Apple Watch, that's just what I've got. It's really just to show you the principle of what to do. So whether you get a Galaxy Watch or a Fitbit or whatever, it's just the principle of before you start your exercise. So all this really aimed at is someone who you watch this and you're like, I'm sold. So you go out and get a tracker tomorrow, and it's just the principle of all you need to do is learn to just make sure you remember to start tracking before, and then when you're finished, stop it, and then make sure it all loads up into the apps and it's linked with your phone. I won't go through, I can't go through how to set up all the different watches on all the different phones. I'll slowly do some videos on how to link, but it's really easy. It's really not that hard, and I'll show you what I do. Literally, if you've got an Apple Watch and MyFitnessPal, or you want to go out and get an Apple Watch tomorrow or whenever, and you're already using MyFitnessPal, then I'll show you how it works, and then you've at least got the principle of how you can factor in exercise into your fitness, into your fat loss plan. Cool. See you in the next one, guys. Yeah. Okay, guys. So just to show you, I'm going to go for a little walk now. I'm going to go pop out to a coffee shop to do some work, but I'll activate my Apple Watch and show you how I track. So, and hopefully me just doing this will just show you kind of how easy it is. And if you've never done it before, if you're new to it and you think, oh, what a faff, what a pain in the arse, hopefully maybe you'll watch this and be like, oh, actually that's pretty easy and simple. And yeah, I'll give that a go and see if it works for me. So, yeah, so let's get that. Oh, so awkward. Okay, so this is my Apple Watch. It's the weird way on my wrist because it's a lot easier to film that way. All you simply do is I've got the app on the front, the workout app. So all you do is tap that. And with the Apple Watch, it's really good because one of the great things about it is there are so many different workouts. Yeah, like skipping, pool swim, because even their cheapest model, the Series 3, is waterproof. Like I've swam with it loads of times and it really holds up. But you got, yeah, look, you got skating, you've got an indoor walk if you're just on a treadmill. Different kinds of strength training, so not just strength training, but different kinds, functional strength training. And then if I go to add workout, there are tons more as well. There's loads. So even if you do some kind of like obscure, they've got like dancing and stuff on there now. So even if you do some like quite obscure exercise and that's your thing, it will be on here. You'll be able to find out like tennis, badminton. They're obviously not obscure. I just mean like you'll be able to find your sport. So if you do a chosen sport, hockey or something, you know, it's all on there. But all I do, so when it's done, when you've done something before, it will have like the last exercise. So it'd be easy for you. So just so you got like a reminder of what you did. And you can just follow that up. So just to show you, so if I was going to do a run, and then I go, so I can do any of these. So you can set a calorie limit, a timer, open it will just start and you just crack on. It's quite intuitive, and not just, you know, I know the other trackers have this as well, but when you stop, if you're running and you just stop, it will automatically pause and stuff and automatically restart when you start running again. So even though it's open, it will kind of, if you stop running and you forget that you started it, it will give you like a little nudge, like a little vibration to nudge you to stop it. So you don't really have to worry about that. It can also, you know, if this is something you didn't know about and you're really into running or something like that, you can do a pace alert for either your average overall or your rolling average, or obviously you can turn it off. So I have 8:45 per mile because I don't want to go slower than 8:45. So it will give me a little vibration and a little notification to say that I'm going slower than an 8:45 per minute pace, which I find really useful, really good to keep me on track, which I think is, you know, awesome. So if I just go distance, I did an 8-mile run last night, so that's the last one that's in there. So I could just tap start and it would crack on. But it's really easy to just decrease that. You just spin the dial on the side. I'm sure the other fitness apps are like, trackers are like relatively easy to do that as well. But for a walk, just to demonstrate how this works, sorry if I keep moving, it's just quite awkward to hold in this position. So all I'm going to do is just tap it, because then it will do an open workout and it will count down. And as you can see, it's got the time, your active calories, it will have my BPM, my heart rate on there soon. There you go, yeah, so 90, and then like the average and stuff, and then there's quite a bit of other information. If I want to pause it, I can just pause it, just flip over like that. I can lock it and then end the workout or resume, and it will just crack back on. Okay, so that's that, guys. Quick demo. So I'll go for the walk now, and then I'll report back like the calories and just show you how it works, and then show you how it plugs into MyFitnessPal. So this is what I mean. The whole point of this video, trying to get across, is the flexibility you end up having when you have all this knowledge like in front of you, on your phone, on your wrist, you know, on the scales where you know, and if you're tracking the data of your scales, you've got all that information. You know, it's all there in front of you, and it's all makes it so much easier, because, you know, losing weight and getting body fat down, I'm realizing, you know, trying to get down from like 14 now to lower to 12 is like, it's so hard. So anything you can do to make it easier is so advantageous, and you know, definitely worth just doing everything you can. Anyway, I'll leave it there, and I'll check in with you guys later once I've done all my walking and done everything else. Hi guys, yeah, so my walk is done. So they're still going, 40 minutes, 240 calories. Just trying to get that to focus. Yeah, there you go. 240 calories, average BPM. So just to finish it, focus your bath. We just end. And yeah, you just get this summary walk, 41 minutes. Total distance, what your average distance was, and then your active calories and your total calories. So your active calories are literally just the calories you burned on that walk, just doing that walk. Your total calories is like your active calories plus the calories it takes for you to just kind of like exist, like breathe and stuff. Like the calories you would burn if you were just sitting around doing nothing. Heart rate 94, that's quite high just for a walk. Yeah, elevation, and then so you tap done. Right, and then if we go into MyFitnessPal, you can see that has, I'm going to my diary, 240 calories. Has and then if you go literally to the exercises, so that you can see the little logo there for the health app. Walk 3.5 miles, 3.5 miles an hour. That's 241 calories. It's plugged literally straight in, so that literally happened as I opened my phone. So it pulls the data straight away, and then you've got, so I've put no food in so far, but that 241 calories is there. So as you can see, my calorie allocation is 1500, but obviously what I've got remaining, what I can eat, it's already totaled it up in MyFitnessPal. So there you go guys, we're in a gorgeous, it's an absolutely beautiful day. We're in the Olympic Park. Let me give you a little whiz, because this is just stunning. Autumn leaves. It's a West Ham Stadium. Amazing, beautiful day. I'm just off to the gym. But yeah, just wanted to finish off there and show you that. So, yes team, my lord, it's been a bit of an adventure getting this video finished. It's because I tried to do that clip you just saw multiple times, and then I either forgot to finish the walk or the run I was on. And then I'm shooting this bit because the sound quality, I'm sure as you just heard, was not great in the background, and I don't want to shoot something with like poor sound quality, so you guys are trying to hear me and there's all kinds of crap going on in the background. Builders doing builders type stuff. Yeah, it was too noisy, so I thought I would just wrap up here. So yeah, that I'd like to think that showed you, you know, me just doing a walk and then activating the tracker, and then you know, you tap a button on your tracker and then that plugs into the app, and then the exercise app on the phone, i.e. so it would be like Android Health or whatever it's called, or Apple Health, and then that goes to the Fitbit app if you've got Fitbit or Garmin, and then on Apple it goes to the fitness activity app, and then that plugs in, and then MyFitnessPal takes it from the health app rather than, you know, the fitness app, I believe. Yeah, so that's it. So that's, you know, all 3 parts done. Yeah, and that is how to use trackers. I hope that's got across how easy they are to use and how beneficial. I mean, I guess you're either going to watch this and think, oh, still a bit of a faff, I don't fancy it, but you know, I'll still increase my activity. The most important thing is, like, the most important thing I wanted to get across with this whole series, with all 3 parts, is just how it can actually be easy to lose weight. And what I mean by that is kind of relative to what your impression might be in terms of the fact that you need to be in the gym
killing yourself and sweating and being sore all the time and developing an absolute hatred for exercise, which is terrible, which is very unhealthy for you, especially in the long term. And you need to eat absolutely nothing. Whereas actually with these, if you use this technology, so if you use calorie tracking apps and you use activity trackers and you use a good set of scales that will give you all this information, you can actually learn. The point of all of these this series of videos that I wanted to make was to show you that with this data you can lose weight and you can learn to do it in a really informed way, and you can find the most comfortable way possible. So like I was saying, theoretically, if you don't want to do any exercise, you can lose weight. You can just say you can eat 200 calories. You can figure out what your maintenance is. The problem there is you'll realise that you've been eating, when you start tracking, you'll realise you've been eating probably something like 1,000. And I only saying this because that's what I found out, and everyone else I know who's done it has found out that they're eating something around 800 to 1,000 calories more than what they think they're eating, because they're just shocked and surprised by the calorie content of like some foods that they eat. For me, it's different for most people, but for me it was granola bars. So I was a granola bar like addict. So I had loads of granola bars, and I knew they were calorific, but I didn't know how bad they were. I thought maybe they were like 250, 300 calories for like a square, and then you realise that they're 450 or something, and you realise how much that adds up. And then having like oat flat whites, I have 3 or 4 every day. It's a genuine problem. I need to talk to someone about it, I know. But you realise that adds up to a good 400 calories a day, if not more. So, a couple of granola bars and my flat whites, 800 calories. And if you're only allowing yourself 1,500, you have not got, to lose weight, you've not got a lot there to, eat as actual nutritious food, which, makes you feel good. So you end up feeling like crap because all your, and really exhausted because all you've eaten, a bulk of your calories have been rubbish food, have been very poor food with very poor nutrition. So that's what happens. So it's all like an education. I think what these tools do, and they are just tools, is they educate you. So they educate you about how much you weigh, what your body fat is, how hard it is to burn X amount of calories versus eating it. You realise it's hard to burn 500 calories, very, very easy to sit down and eat 500 calories. And that slowly, mentally changes your relationship with food, if you do it gradually enough in a positive way, because you just start structuring what you eat. So you have, you make sure you have the good food and the healthy food, your vegetables, your healthy protein, and some healthy fat. And then you plan in, save 2,000 calories, and have a treat. There's nothing wrong with that. You can have some biscuits and a bit of chocolate at the end of the day. That's the beauty of this. And then you also realise that all you need to do is walk, and walking's not too bad, and you can just go for like a nice long walk. And I think that's powerful. Like if you realise that you can go for a 2-hour long walk, you can go for an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening, maybe do even more, and that's a nice gentle introduction to exercise and fat loss. And you combine that with planning your calories and tracking your calories as accurately as you can, you slowly lose weight, and it's not horrific. You're not dramatically cutting your calories down and doing something very dramatic and dramatically increasing, like hugely and suddenly shocking your body into doing tons of exercise. And so I think all I'm trying to get across is a more gradual, more safe, more incremental, and much more informed approach to losing weight and getting started in just losing weight. And there's nothing wrong, guys. What's really important is there's nothing wrong. This is a really important message. Please take this away, with only focusing on fat loss. If that's your only goal, and people are like, oh, you only care about having a good body and losing fat. You don't care about being healthy. You don't care about being fit. And you should, because maybe people will say that to you. Fuck them, right? Do not be ashamed with just your very initial goal is solely fat loss. So all you do is a 300 calorie deficit and you walk a little bit, right? You eat a diet that you're comfortable with. If you realise that to have your calorie deficit that you need, you only need 1,500 calories, but you fill that 1,500 calories with 50% healthy food, nutritious food, you know, or maybe 70%, 60, 70%, and then the rest is like treats and stuff you like, because that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. You'll be in a calorie deficit, so you'll lose weight, and most importantly, because you're still having the treats and the stuff you like, you will stick to that diet. You'll do it for months and months and months, maybe even the rest of your life. You'll be in a 500 calorie deficit, well, not the rest of your life, but until you get down, and you'll lose weight, and you'll get, you know, it'll be gradual, but you'll lose weight. You know, you lose quite a lot of weight at the beginning, and then you'll get down to a body weight that you're much happier with. But it's really important to not feel any pressure from anyone, PTs, God, society in general, your friends, your family. Ignore everyone. The most important thing, you know, is calorie deficit. But the most important thing is you find it, you do it slowly, and you do it in a way that is comfortable. Yeah. Don't be ashamed with doing this in a way that is comfortable and that you're happy with and that you can live with every day. Do not be ashamed of that. Don't think you're a pussy. Don't think you're a chicken, or I'm not working hard enough, or I'm not sweating my ass off. Like, the only thing that will happen if you do that, if you dive in and you kill yourself trying to do this, losing weight, is you just will not stick to it. Yeah, you'll do it for a month, 2 months, and then you'll stop. Once you've got that data, you'll realise, you'll start learning what your metabolism's like, what body type you've got, how quickly you burn calories, how slowly you burn calories, how easily you put on fat. You'll just start getting an idea of it because you will have all this data in front of you. That's my advice. That is how I would lose weight. That's what I think is the healthiest, best way to lose weight. Very informed. I know most people would think of it as an absolute pain in the arse, because you get up in the morning, you weigh yourself, and then you weigh your bloody chicken breasts. Or, you know, you weigh everything, you weigh your porridge oats and stuff, like, oh my god, what a faff, what a pain in the ass. Yeah, it is, it definitely can be, but that's how you lose weight, guys. It's as simple as that. There's no easy way around it. You know, everyone says, you know, you don't achieve anything without hard work. That is the hard work. That's what it takes to lose weight, and you can not do that and just go extreme and just be like, well, I'm just going to eat salad 3 times a day and go and do an extreme amount of exercise, but you just won't stick to that. You just won't stick to it. And this is why I've structured it in a way that you do one thing, the weighing, then you do the next thing, the calorie thing, then you do the activity tracking, and you don't do them all at once, right? You don't do those 3 things, bang, all at once, because you will go mad, because it is a faff. That's too much to go from doing nothing, no kind of tracking, to tons of tracking overnight. But if you get used to it over time and you just desensitize yourself to it by doing it every day and making it a habit, or doing it at least 5 times a day, 5 times out of the week, then it will become a habit and it will just become part of your life. I only know this because I've helped friends do it, and when I did it, I do it a lot now. But oh my god, I hate it. Right, but absolute pain in the arse. Pain in the arse. Oh my god, I've got to weigh a chicken breast. Are you joking? I've got to weigh my porridge oats. But that's what all this, the key point, and what I'm going to finish on, is that at least you have the data to make the decisions. You've got all this data in front of you, and you can just, you know, it's all about tweaking and experimenting, changing the numbers, changing, you know, whether you eat a bit less, whether you try and do more exercise, and finding your sweet spot, finding what's comfortable for you that you can do every day. And it's a challenge. I'm still doing it. You know, I'm still tweaking, and I've been doing this. But yeah, I say that, it's only recently that I've really been trying to get to a very low body fat percentage. So this is a new challenge, so I'm still learning. But that is, again, you keep learning as you want to achieve new goals. You keep learning, but the tools, and you over time, you only get better with the tools. You get more used to them. They become more part of your life, and you make these informed decisions. And you can change your body whenever you want. You can get down to a low body fat, or you can get bigger and put on more muscle, or you can just say fuck it, it's especially, you know, it's Christmas, I'm just going to let it all go, and knowing that when you decide to get back on the horse, you've got all the tools available to you to lose that weight quickly if you want, or, you know, just do tons of exercise and actually keep eating a lot. All those tools are available for you to track that and make those decisions. So that's what I'm going to end on. I hope this was really useful, guys. I hope you got something out of it. I hope it at least, you know, makes you think about getting started on the journey, whether you use any of these tools or none of them, but I hope it gives you food for thought. I hope you learned something. Any questions, put them in the comments. Please like, please subscribe. But I really enjoyed making this video. It was great. I actually learned a bit from it as well. So hope you did, and have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys.